So we are in Psalm 82, and it feels like quite an angry psalm in many ways. So I'm going to read it to you in my ESV version, then I'm going to read it to you again in the Message version, just to give you a sense of the frustration of God's voice in this. So listen to this, Psalm 82. God has taken his place in the divine council. In the midst of the gods, he holds judgment. How long will you judge unjustly and show partiality to the wicked? Give justice to the weak and the fatherless. Maintain the right of the afflicted and the destitute. Rescue the weak and the needy. Deliver them from the hand of the wicked. They have neither knowledge nor understanding. They walk about in darkness. All the foundations of the earth are shaken. I said, you are gods, sons of the Most High, all of you. Nevertheless, like men you shall die and fall like any prince. Arise, O God, judge the earth, for you shall inherit all the nations. You can hear the frustration in God's voice in this psalm. Let me read to you the Message, which I love the language of this. God calls the judges into his courtroom. He puts all the judges in the dock. Enough. You've corrupted justice long enough. You've let the wicked get away with murder. You're here to defend the defenseless, to make sure that underdogs get a fair break. Your job is to stand up for the powerless and prosecute all those who exploit them. It was John Dominic Crossan, the New Testament scholar, who said this is the single most important text in the whole Bible. Now, I wouldn't go that far, but it's a key text because what it reveals to us is the passion and the total commitment that God has to social justice. He is concerned with the well-being of the poorest of the poor. This psalm, I think, is a warning. God expects nations to act justly. It's a warning to rulers. There's an argument in this psalm over who the gods that's being referred to are, but one of the best arguments I find is those gods refer to those people who have authority over nations. They're the ones who represent God on earth. They kind of get to lead and influence stuff. There's a warning here to those who lead that they should lead justly. And of course, there's a wake-up call to the church. We are following a God who is passionate about social justice. We need to be too. So how do we pray it? Good question. I think there is a call first and foremost to a enough is enough kind of prayer life, where we take what we see around us in this world and we take it to the Father who we know cares about it, but we say to him, enough is enough, Lord. Enough is enough. I'm tired of reading about modern slavery that's worse than it's ever been. I'm tired of seeing the news where the poor get poor and poorer, where those who don't have continue to go without. I'm tired of this, Lord. Please intervene. Raise up wise leaders who will lead well. It's that kind of prayer life. Enough is enough. There's a fourfold description in verses 3 and 4 of the kind of groups of people who go without. Give justice to the weak and the fatherless. Maintain the right of the afflicted and the destitute. The weak, the fatherless, the afflicted, the destitute. I think the second thing for me this psalm does is pull me towards having a prayer life where I defend the cause of those people regularly in prayer, that they're in my mind and heart enough to be able to name people before the Lord. Here is someone, Lord, who is weak. Here is someone who is fatherless. Here someone who is Lord, who is defenseless. Lord, please intervene to take up arms for those who don't have. And I think the psalm calls us to pray for our leaders, for the raising up of wise, godly leaders, but to pray for those who do have authority and position to influence, that the Lord would help shape them to be just and wise and concerned with those who don't have, not just those who do. It's a psalm that calls us to a passionate prayer life, passionately concerned with what God is passionately concerned with. So have a read and let's get praying. God bless.